someone explain to me how I have 4 degrees and still can't get a job? B.A. in communication, B.A. in Spanish, B.F.A. in dance. Get ready for this one. Master's degree in freaking journalism. Mind you, I've gotten laid off not once, not twice, but 3 times in the span of 2 years. So if you're feeling behind, just know you're not alone. Basically, we're all cooked.
Tough stuff, y'all. It's bad out there, man. It's bad out there. So basically, she's emotional. She's frustrated, obviously, and I can feel how lost she is at the moment. Right? How do you got 4 of them, and you can't keep a job? You're supposed to be up. That's what everybody tells you. That's what society tells you. Multiple different industries. Like, all right, this one didn't work. Let me try that one. Still disposable. And really, it plays into everything that, we've really been saying over the last few years. The degrees and the industries she's in and all that kind of stuff, that's not her issue. The issue is the market. The issue is the market, right? And not what y'all think I'm talking about, okay? Employers don't really care anymore about the degrees. I know of some homeless master's degreers, okay? Now, could it partially be on them? Obviously, okay? But what am I saying? These companies, they now really care more about adaptability, right? They care more about automation and AI. Can you leverage AI? That's what we need in here. If you can leverage AI, I'd rather take you than that dude over there or a woman over there who refuses to use AI. Right? They want to do it the old-fashioned way. Hey, come on in. Come on in. They don't care. And so, yeah, I mean, some uncomfortable truths right now, y'all. Most degrees, and really, when you really boil it down, they haven't adapted to what the market is actually rewarding right now. They just haven't. They're behind the 8 ball. They take too long. By the time something comes out, as in a new book, right? By the time all that stuff gets rolling, more technology has came out. More automations have been done. So, these universities, they're kind of selling outdated dreams, and it should be legal. If we being honest, like, who let her get, what was that? Who let her get a dance degree, a BA in dance or whatever she said, BAF, whatever it was? Who let her do that? I mean, unless you just really love it, or you like, hey, I know I'm going to parlay this into the bag. It's not cool that universities are able to do this, and they do it every year, all year long, multiple times in the year, to a lot of unsuspecting kids who, they don't look at statistics. So you got statistics saying, yo, you go to LinkedIn, 500 job openings right now for this degree that you're trying to get. Then you go and look at it. Well, it's 1,000 kids at your school in the same degree that's going to end up graduating with you. That's just your school. Not to mention the people who didn't get the job last year who graduated, who are now you're fighting against them. Come on, man. Come on now. And then, by the way, also jobs. They used to value credentials a lot more, and now they value efficiency. Do you understand how to get this thing done in a more efficient way, aka using AI? You're seeing AI, and these companies talk about AI all the time. These big companies are eliminating people because they're using AI. I don't know. I don't know if they're just, people are not watching what's going on and they're just going on willy-nilly, or they're not taking the automation that's happening before their eyes serious until it's too late. So like these same people, they're learning safety doesn't end up existing. Like there's no such thing as safety in a system that replaces workers with automations. Like you can't really be safe unless you're the person replacing, right? And it's cheaper. So yeah, what is working right now? It's not about degrees, it's about leverage. How can you leverage your skills, leverage yourself and abilities in a way that this company can take advantage of that. That's what they're looking for. Like, can you use AI can you use AI to make yourself 3 times more efficient? So that when they're looking at you, they're like, yo, this person needs to train all of our other people because they got it. They understand. I tell people often, learn how to use the AI that's in your space at a bare minimum. Like, okay, you don't have to learn all the newest stuff because AI is changing every day, all day long, right? You don't have to learn all of it, but you should learn it in your space. You should know what they have or what AI is around in your industry, in your space, so that you're not caught off guard when it starts like you're bringing it to your boss. Hey, did you hear about this? I think if y'all allow me to use this, I think I can, cut my time by such and such. Hey, well, you know what? Go ahead, try it out. Let's see what's happening. We might make something work. Then next thing you know, boom, production goes up. They looking at you like, hey, what'd you say you was doing? Can you teach that? Let's go ahead and get the corporate package. Why? Because you brought value, right? The real problem that these universities have is they're not preparing people for today. They're preparing these people for 2010 when I graduated, 2000, right? Like that's their mindset when we're in 2025. And so if they don't catch up, the people aren't going to catch up because they're going to continue to get funneled straight to these universities, which again, it's not all bad. I'm not here to say it's all bad. There are a lot of great things out there that you can use a degree for and parlay that thing into something crazy. But for what a lot of these people are doing, you've been better off getting this trade. You've been better off. Yeah, it's some trades people, a lot of them making 6 figures. I hear, so yeah, you would have been better off doing that. Let's get to some of these comments, man, because it was crazy to get in this comment section. Somebody said communications, dance, Spanish, and journalism. You are qualified to report about the latest episode of Dancing with the Stars on Telemundo. Not much else. Well, people are cold as ice. Somebody else said you majored in hobbies. Boy, you gotta be tough when you putting some stuff out here online, boy. Somebody said got degrees in high school electives. Yeah, I mean, the only one I was trying to see which one wasn't something that you could have done in high school electives. Next degree is a PhD in gender studies. Oh, they went wild. Yeah. So the last one I'll read here. Somebody said, girl, what was the game plan with these degrees? And she has a good sense of humor. She said, step 1, get the degrees. Step 2, become a superstar. And I think that is the consensus with a lot of people, right? Like she took that as a joke, and I'm glad that she did. But that is the question. What was her plan with these degrees? Because if she would have sat down with somebody and actually, made a plan, maybe she wouldn't have got that many, or maybe she would have parlayed some other ones in the place of a few other ones. Her story is tragic, bro. It's really sad because she clearly didn't have a plan for it. But it could be a wake-up call, right? There are going to be a lot of people who watch this video. Maybe you're about to pick some stuff. Maybe you come out of high school, getting ready to go into college, and you might need to make a little pivot. Is the trades looking a little juicy right now? Big time. Or maybe you are in a basket weaving, study right now that you're thinking about, and you're like, you know what? Let me take this serious if I'm going to be spending this much money at a university. But one thing is for sure, it's time out for like stuff like this, because the economy that we're in and going to, it's not gonna tolerate, like you could mess up, right? You could mess up. Man, I blew it. And then you could fix it and come back in. That mess up to fix it is getting smaller and smaller. You mess up now, man, it could set you back. Not saying you can't get out of it. I'm saying it could set you back. So In a space where sometimes people are already behind because they don't have the information, making mistakes like this can be critical and crucial. So, I don't know. All I'm saying is the rules to the game have changed, and we got to wake up. We got to really take ourselves serious. Life is not a game. A lot of people taking it as a game and they're going through willy nilly, and it's eating people alive. It's eating them up. It's eating them up. So, last thing I'll say here as well, sometimes you see people out in the streets or homeless or whatever, and just understand, man, sometimes it's people who do want to be out there, like they just rather not do anything. But for a lot of people, if you end up talking to them, it was one mistake that was just a big one, and they couldn't recover from it. I'm not saying that she can't. Obviously, she's young and she's a woman. If she has a mother and father, she can go back home. She'll be able to. She should be able to. I know my daughter could. My daughter could come back home until forever, if needed be, and that's just the case. But I don't know. I feel like she can recover. She had the the stick to itness to get all four of those. She can do it. I hope so. Anyways, man, I'll leave a link to the creator and her account in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see me again, because if you don't subscribe, you're not going to see me again. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you in a minute.